Welcome everybody for the week 4 recap and our fourth video of these. The Fellas Fantasy Football League 2022. Myself, Ryan, my co-host here, Trev, your commissioners of this piss poor league that we run here. Thanks for hopping on, joining this week. I'm gonna run to the next one. You might have to do it. There we go.
We got our special guest here this week, Mr. Doug Pruden, aka Quail Man, aka Quail, team name Quail MF Man. I guess that means motherfucking man, I think.
That's how I interpret it.
This guy is a Dodgers fan. He will let you know by the hat he's wearing at the moment. You can tell how he's a grandstander. He's from Tennessee, but he's a Dodgers fan. But hey, we got him on because he is second place in the league right now at 4-0, and he has the second highest points scored. Welcome, Doug.
Oh, appreciate you having me. Yeah, it's a pretty outstanding accomplishment. Probably at my point in life where I've peaked. So we'll see how it goes.
I don't know if you're gonna get all the way up to like Jimmy Kimmel or any of those, but hey, you made it onto this show, so congratulations here.
Sweet.
Congrats.
Appreciate it.
Doug, as the defending champion of our league, we just had a few questions for you. First and foremost, last year, the champion took me down in the championship. Now you did that with an auto-drafted team, correct?
Partially auto-drafted team.
Partially auto-drafted. Okay. And then this year you drafted your own team. So my question for you is, are you surprised by your success so far?
To be honest, yeah, I would say so. I kind of had a feeling for some of the players that I was looking for, especially after last season. I had Saquon Barkley last year. I kept my keeper as Debo. Those were some pretty solid hitters for me last year as far as the points and what they accumulated. So that was kind of what I was looking for. I tried to kind of redraft the majority of the guys that I had last year. Obviously, I kept Mahomes as my main quarterback, and TJ Hawkinson. They all did really well for me last year. So that was kind of where I was. My head went as far as dealing with who I wanted to pick for my team.
Rinse and repeat, right? Rinse and repeat.
So
if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
If you were to go back to last year, I didn't look at how your season went total, but I believe you went into playoffs at 8-6. So not a great year. Ryan and I had better teams. Joey had a good team until Derrick Henry got hurt. Would you say you made some key pickups along the way, or was it just your team got hot late, right to get you into playoffs and then make your playoff run for the championship?
To be honest, I didn't really pick up anybody crazy. I think I got St. Brown towards the end of the season last year.
Which one? The good one or the bad one?
The good one. And what is it? Amon-Ra or some damn
St. Brown.
Yeah.
Not be confused with his brother Aquamius.
Yeah, no, I got the good St. Brown. But he was a pretty good heavy hitter for me last year, so I picked him up again this year. I think for me last year it was a combination of getting onesies and twosies as far as some good pickups, and then I think it was just kind of luck is what fell into my lap with those point scorers and just kind of how the games transpired for those players.
I like it. And if you ever need a new team name, I'm going to go ahead and tell you, use onesies and twosies. Sounds like
onesies and twosies.
Fantasy football name there. I like that. Well, off to a great start this year, Doug. We'll see how it continues to work out for you here. Are those the bets?
That's who bet on that.
Okay, yeah. Got it. All right.
So,
quick recap of last week. I'm going to go ahead and let Trevor talk about his illustrious match that he had with Donald.
Yeah. So I looked back at the video last week, and I thought that Donald would score 117 points, which if he did, I would have won, but he decided to score the third most points in the league last week at 160. Had a good week. Kicked my ass to get his first win and put him on the board. Congrats, Doug, and congrats Bing for betting on.
And then Quailman, high scorer of the week last week. You want to go ahead and talk about your matchup you had there with Joe, with Mr.
Yeah,
Auto Draft himself this year?
Yeah, to be honest, man, I was kind of shitting bricks for a bit, dude. It was really cutting down to the wire. And all I really had left was Debo at the moment. And right from the get go at the beginning of the game, I was starting to get a little worried. Jimmy was kind of playing more of the running game and going with some other guys on the team, and not really giving Debo a lot of play time with the ball. And I was kind of like sitting there going, "Oh fuck," I might get my first loss for the season. And next thing you know, he came in with 2 big plays, man, and that was kind of what drove me over the top. And that was really kind of what clinched my victory. And he has thus been named now for me Captain Clutch. So,
Ooh, Captain.
Yeah. That's my name for Debo now. So.
I like it.
Yeah, that's a good rename. That was actually the narrow victory of the week. You beat Joey by 3.6%. So you need every bit of that. And actually, I talked to Joey on one day. I don't remember which day, but in one thing Ryan and I talked about last week was bringing in next year a tough luck loser a bad beat pot, which Joey would have won this week if we did that, for being the second highest team in the score for the week, but then in a losing effort because you had the highest score, Doug. So congratulations. And I bet on you, so that was great.
Nice. Awesome.
Some things work out. Then in our next match, we had myself against Lindo. Man, I'm finally scoring points, getting up into the 120s, but Lindo somehow managed to go from like 95 points the week before to 153. And I didn't really have much of a chance. I kind of stopped paying attention after about 12:30 Sunday afternoon. Figured I was pretty much out of it already. So, Lindo, thanks for kicking my ass. Appreciate it, bud. Best of luck to you going forward.
Look at that projection, though, going into it. He was projected to beat you by 0.01 points.
So your team sucks.
Yeah. And then we had the next match was Matt Simone versus KJ. This was actually the best manager versus the worst manager of the week. Oddly enough, the worst manager yet again for 2 weeks in a row beat the best manager. KJ, you put out your best, almost your best possible team at 90. You scored 99% of your possible points, but hey, Matt said, "Fuck you, I'm gonna win anyways." I'm glad I bet on him. I'm glad I bet on Lindo. And then I see an error in the slides where the lowest score should be this next matchup. I was supposed to change that. Why don't you take that one?
Next matchup here, we had last week's guest, Bing Bong, setting the pace, going to show that when you're on this show, it's good luck. You're gonna be, if you're the guest on the show, if you're the host, you're doomed. Don't worry about it. But if you're the guest on the show, it's good luck going into the next week. So Binger taking down Tyson Matoza, team shits the bed, clearly well named, beating him by about 56 points there, 56 and a half. Great win for Binger. Still, once again, one of the top scoring teams in the league, running 4-0. Interesting way this is setting up. Matoza, welcome to the bottom of the barrel with me, my friend. It's a good place to be.
That was the biggest blowout of the week, being beaten by 56% of his points, and Tyson was also the lowest scorer. Nice job, Tyson. Now I see why your entire team is on the trade block. Doug, any of these matchups from last week surprise you, or pretty much exactly how you thought it was going to happen?
Not really. I know Bing's been freaking on fire this season so far. So I really wasn't surprised at all to see him, come through and win it. He's got a killer team this year. And to be honest, I'm kind of shitting bricks going up against him. I'm pretty sure, I think when I looked ahead the upcoming weeks, man, my percentile for winning that is not good. So
well, you never know. Every single one of us is one injury away from going down, just like Joey last year with Derrick Henry. That just killed his team, and it could happen to any one of us. The one thing,
blind squirrel finds a nut every once in a while. So
the one thing good is we did beat Bing in something. I beat him in our bet, so spend the $5. You've got my Venmo. You want to hit the next one?
Hit that Venmo, my friend. Hit that Venmo. All right. On to the next slide here.
So some of the outstanding players of the week, Lindo, probably part of the reason why he probably beat you is because somehow he played Russell Wilson.
I don't know why anybody would after the first 3 weeks.
I don't know. I don't know why either, but hey, Russell Wilson was the #1 quarterback last week, scoring almost 30 points. So, wow.
You're unconscious like Naeem Hines was a few minutes ago back here.
Yeah.
Next up, best running back of the week, Josh Jacobs, finally catching traction this year with a monster week here for Trev, 34.5 points. Just putting in work.
And to think I almost traded him to you.
I wouldn't have minded one bit.
Yeah. What best wide receiver? Lindo also had the best wide receiver. Must have had a good week for him. Justin Jefferson scored 31 points. Pretty solid week for a wide receiver.
And then I'm gonna go out on a limb here, Doug, and I'm gonna say Quail Man is gonna have the highest scoring performance from a tight end this year, with TJ Hawkinson throwing up almost a 40 burger last week, 39.9 points. That was impressive. It's like Goff didn't know anybody else existed and just kept throwing to that guy. They almost came back too. It seems to be the Lions' new repertoire: lose by a bunch and then almost catch up.
Yeah, with St. Brown out, I think he's kind of their what the Rams have in cut. They're like, that's their one guy.
I got you.
Kicker of the week, Matt Simone had the best kicker. Nice job. You got 15 points out of Brett Maher.
The top performing defense of the week, some terrible team out of San Francisco. They put up 22 points. Yeah. Who cares? Niners suck.
They scored more points than they gave up. That's pretty impressive.
Still sucks.
What do you think about all that, Doug? Your best tight end. That's kind of one of the guys that you had highlighted in your talk. You said you really like what Hawkinson does.
Let me just do this.
Yeah. I mean, he's had some pretty decent previous weeks, but it's kind of hit or miss with him. You never really truly know if he's going to overachieve, meet the margin, or really kind of fall apart as far as the points go. And I just kind of had a decent feeling with him, and I hadn't really kept him in the lineup too much. And I was like, hey, you know what? Let's go ahead and throw you in. And that was so I put him up on my active roster, and that was that. And he ended up coming out for the win for me.
Well, if you're gonna keep him on your bench, I've got a home for him. You just let me know what you need.
Yeah, that.
All right, moving along here. Pickups of the week. Donald dropping Tua Tagovailoa, Mr. Unconscious, the way he plays sometimes. See what I did there? Picking up Jared Goff. Nice little pickup. The guy can do nothing but throw because they're always trailing. Great pickup. That's actually something I look for in multiple of my other leagues this week is the Jared Goff pickup. Nice job.
That was actually the last one up there. This is the first one.
Somebody picked up Dak Prescott over Jared Goff.
He picked him up.
Yeah, I let Dak Prescott go, man, with his thumb. I learned my lesson with Russell Wilson last year. So,
well, Matt picked him up. I think he might see like him coming back. I don't know. We'll have to ask Matt about that when he brings him on. I'm sure he probably could have got him without wasting a waiver wire pick. I wasted one trying to get a running back that works. Aside from Josh Jacobs, I'd like to have one that actually plays. So I could have two would be solid. So I got rid of Hardman. I might regret getting rid of Hardman, but I actually drafted this guy, dropped him earlier, and then now I picked him up again because they lost Cordero. Nobody really knows.
There's a really tall wide receiver numbered running back. Yeah, got it.
Yeah.
All right. And the next pickup here, Latavius Murray. Already the chatter is that he's not going to be playing for the next couple of weeks, but hey, it might be a good guy to throw on his bench there for a little bit, Tyson, and pocket that guy for a few weeks down the road. So those are our waiver wire pickups for the week. We had a few free agent moves here. Nothing really crazy. I really like the Jared Goff pickup. That was, like I said, something I was looking at in other leagues. So
standings
review here. Going the two teams at 4-0, battling it out at the top. We have Bing Bong 24/7, 4-0. He's got 661 points. He's a multiple-time top scorer in the league, and he's sitting in the top first place. Next up, we have Quail Man, Skeeters go hard. Call her Patty Mayonnaise, bud. There we go. 4-0 as well. Second place. Almost hitting 600 points. One of our top performers every week. Good to see that. Good to see that.
That's pretty heavy. No movement there at the top. We did have some movement in the middle, though, with our lowest scorer of the season is somehow at 3-1. So we got him on I got him on that one bad week, but now he's at third at 3-1. That's Lindo, 50 Shades of Trey. Then we had Joey, Auto Draft Joe, try to change his name to throw us off to Ode to Henry, a bad man story. He better hope that keeps up. He's 2-2, tied with KJ and Matt Simone.
Gonna be a short story if he gets hurt.
Donald got on the board. He's 1-3, and then we got Tyson and me tied with him at 1-3. And then who's that there at the bottom there?
Attaboy, 0-4, holding out for next year's top pick. Can't wait. Hopefully I get it. We'll see what happens here.
I did notice one thing. You have the highest points against. So
hey, shit on the commissioner. I don't know what to tell you here.
tough. It's tough to win.
So every week I get everybody's best week. It's crazy, but hey, it's the way it goes sometimes. Life goes on. So
well, you did have the number 1 seed last year, so you must have that target on your back.
bring it on. Bring it on.
All right, Doug. This is what it's all about right here. Tell us about this illustrious matchup that you have in week 1 in week 5 here.
Oh, well, you and I shall be battling it out. And I think it's going to be a pretty good one, man. I've been kind of watching the rosters. I had J.K. Dobbins. He was looking kind of questionable with some chest stuff. And that's, kind of the rumor mill that's going through the feeds. And, but, as of right now, it looks like he's healthy. He's going to be playing Sunday. I'm really kind of banking on Dobbins. I think he's going to be a pretty strong asset for me. And I'm just really hoping everybody's going to perform to the standards, that they're setting for him as far as their points are going.
Yeah, I think you're due for a loss. And it's this week. It's coming.
And live scoring up to the date. Hold on. I got New York in my ear. Hold on. You're already down 3-0 right now, Doug. 3-0. You are down as we speak. Game on in the background here.
Good luck climbing out of that hole.
Yeah. Well, shit.
Hey, you'll never catch him. Never catch him here. Next up, the next matchup we have here is we've got Dirty Mike and the boys, Donald facing Team Auto Draft, Mr. Joey Moles. Makes the best M&Ms money can buy. Or whatever he calls them. I'm sure that's a copyright infringement of some sort. But Donald projected at the moment to win by about 15 points. This is up to the minute scoring here that I got. Donald is ahead 4-0 at the moment as he has Cordell Sutton and Melvin Gordon going tonight. So we'll see how this is settled at the end of the night. Going to be a close matchup here, so we'll see what happens here.
I see why he's 1-3. He's got 2 Broncos players in his active lineup. But hey, he's going on vacation, so he's doing something right. The next matchup is we've got Lindo, 50 Shades of Trey versus Tyson Matoza. Team shits the bed. Shoot, man, I don't know. You just don't know what you're going to get out of Lindo's team. He might score 94 one week and then 150 next week. But we do know Tyson's going to get 100. So good luck there.
It is a possibility, Tyson. You do have a chance. Lindo has scored under 100 once. So we'll see what happens. Our next matchup here, we got Bing Bong 24/7 favored against Matt Simone. Some old friends here. So we'll see how this matchup goes. 16-point swing, Binger's way. He's been dominant week in and week out. Simone seems to be getting a little bit better every week. So we'll see if he's able to kind of slay the dragon here and take down Bing. Any thoughts on that one, Trev? No, he's thoughtless. Absolutely thoughtless. So,
Doug, any thoughts on your neighbor versus Bing there?
Yeah, no, sorry, Simone. I'm pretty sure I'm going to go with Bing this week on taking that big W.
Hold on, we're not betting yet, my friend. We're gonna get there. Our last matchup that we're gonna cover here is myself, 0-4. I'll talk about it. That's fine. Going against Crandall Vandegrift Jr., the newly married man. He's 2-2. So he's currently projected to win by 6. Neither one of us have anybody going tonight. So neither one of us have anybody going tonight. So we'll see how this settles up over the weekend. I'm gonna be honest, guys, not a lot of faith. I don't have much faith in my team right now. As you'll see, a lot of it's on the trading block. First round picks included. Anybody, they're all open. Come at me.
Yeah, yeah. What's funny is how you're 4-0 in your other two leagues, highest scorer, and then in this league 0-4.
I'm in 3 leagues. I got 4-0, 4-0, and 0-4. Go figure.
All right, Doug. The betting section. We put up $5 per game. Nothing super big. I'm obligated to take myself. Otherwise, I'd take your team. So you guys take yourself. I'll let you pick all 4 other games who you want, and I'll just take whoever else because it's not like it's going to matter. Look at my fantasy team.
Let's see. Based off the odds, like I said earlier, definitely going with Bing for sure. I mean, he's been solid all season so far. I don't see how it's going to stop yet. Even with the projections for the next several weeks, he's looking like he's going to have a pretty solid run. KJ's been doing pretty good. I'm going to probably go with KJ as well. Lindo, you know what? I'm feeling pretty solid about it. So I'll probably go with Lindo for the win. And let's see for Joe.
Donald or Joe?
Oh, honestly, that still looks pretty close as far as what they got for percentage wise of who's gonna take it. I mean, it's, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and go with Joe. I think he's took an
underdog. Oh my god!
I took an underdog, man.
Underdog.
With that hat you're wearing, I fully expected you to take all of the ones that are projected to win.
No. I think Joe had a really good week last week, and he ended up getting a lot of points over his initial projection. So I'm going to see if the same will be true for this week.
Yeah, he did have a really good week. Like we said, he was the bad beat bet. Donald's actually, I think, our 4th highest scorer of the year. He's just 1-3.
He's got the same problem I got. We keep playing damn good teams.
Yeah, so I think that's going to be a very close, very fun matchup there. So you got yourself, Joey, Lindo, Bing, and KJ, and I've got Ryan, Simone, Matoza, and Donald, and myself, unfortunately. All right, now let's just carry on here, wrap this thing up. Doug, I want to say thank you for coming aboard.
I appreciate you having me.
Keep up the good work there, except for this week. And I'm excited to see how you do. You know, maybe you'll go undefeated, or maybe not.
Yeah, I highly doubt that's going to happen. But we'll see.
I just hope you don't win the championship 2 years in a row.
Me too.
I
might wait a whole year to pay you this time.
not just 6 months.
Hey, see the way my bank account's set up. It takes 6 months.
And don't be afraid, guys, to check that trade block. Some of us losers down at the end have some guys up there. I added a bunch today. Tyson put his whole roster. Simone's got a few people. Some of us are trying to look to move. Might be a good time for some of you to shore up your rosters or make a move to the top. I know we're ready. Just come find us. So
thank you all for tuning in. Appreciate you guys. Good luck this week. I hope you all do well except for KJ.
Thanks, Doug.
All right, fellas. Appreciate it.
See ya.
Bye.